Well, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Manning coming to you live from Scott Manning YouTube Sports Talk. I want to thank all of viewers for being with me here this morning, and I got to talk about it. Today is the last day of the MLB trade deadline. The 4 o'clock deadline is about 6 hours away, but there's some major trade rumors going around right now. One of those rumors involves Bryce Harper of the Washington Nationals. And yes, the title I wrote it down, and it is correct. The Washington Nationals are willing to trade Bryce Harper. I'm not making this up. Here's what's going on. The Washington Nationals are struggling. They're about, I think, a game or 2 games below 500 right now. And I'm telling you, if anybody takes Bryce Harper, it might be a little bit of a struggle, because right now, Bryce Harper has only has a 203 batting average since mid-April. The Nationals were 9-16 in June, and they were 10-14 in July. So you think the Washington Nationals are playing their cards right? I think so. But I'm going to tell you right now, I got a few potential destinations for Bryce Harper. The first one is the Cleveland Indians. They can use a big bat. Right now, the Indians are only ranking 27th in outfielder OBA at the moment. And they can use another big bat. And I'm going to tell you why. Right now, the Indians are going to win they're going to win the American League Central, yes. However, if the Indians want to compete with the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Astros, they need a big bat. They need another one. Nothing personal against guys like Rajay Davis, Carlos Carrasco, Michael Brantley, Brandon Guyer, but the Indians can use a big bat. And I think Bryce Harper would be a perfect fit in Cleveland. If the Indians can get him, look out. Because I'm telling you, the Indians all of a sudden may be the team to beat in the American League. And that's all there is to it. Now, I'm telling you, Cleveland would be a perfect destination, and the Indians would welcome him with open arms any day of the week. Bottom line. Another potential spot for Bryce Harper. How about the Colorado Rockies? They already got Gerardo Parra. He's been having a great season. Even if it's just for a couple of months, it would be fun to see Bryce Harper try to hit balls out of the ballpark at Coors Field. Keep in mind, Coors Field in Denver is a hitter's-friendly ballpark. And right now, the Colorado Rockies are in a 3-way dance in the National League West with the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. And my thing is, if Harper goes to Colorado, it could be the National League West maybe come down to the Dodgers and the Rockies. But think about it. The Dodgers got Manny Machado. And if the Rockies can get Bryce Harper, could you imagine a 3-way dance for the National League West? Because don't count the Arizona Diamondbacks out. But if Bryce Harper goes to the Rockies, look out, because I think Harper may be the Harper may be the guy that decides if the Rockies win the National League West and they can overtake the Dodgers. Because I'm telling you, the Rockies are in 3rd place in the National League West, but they're only a game out. So if Harper goes to Denver, goes to the Colorado Rockies, look out, because he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And that's all there is to it. Another potential stop for Bryce Harper. How about the Houston Astros? Because right now, left fielders for the Astros they're only batting .238. Their on-base percentage is only .315, and their slugging percentage is only .374. However, I don't see them trading Kyle Tucker or Forrest Wade any day of the week. However, I don't see Harper going to Houston. I really don't. Because I'm telling you, they got some big bats already. They got Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve. They got George Springer, last year's World Series MVP. So I don't see Bryce Harper going to Houston. I really don't. But I'm going to be honest with you. If he does go to Houston, that could mean the Astros could win the American League West, possibly go back to the World Series and win it again for the 2nd straight year. Only time will tell that. Bottom line. I thought about this, and everybody's saying maybe the New York Yankees. Nah, I do not see Bryce Harper going. Everybody's saying, watch out, maybe the Yankees will get him because of the Aaron Judge injury. No. I personally don't see that happening. Here's why. The Yankees are not going to sell the farm just to get Bryce Harper, despite the fact that even with Aaron Judge on the DL, he's only going to be gone for about 3 weeks. He'll be back soon. Even with Gary Sanchez, I know he's going to be gone he won't be back till August or September. I do not see Bryce Harper going to the Yankees. I really don't. Because they would have to sell the farm to get him. It would be almost like George Steinbrenner in reverse. The Nationals would be like, well, we want this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Then you can have Harper. If you remember right back in the old days, that's how George Steinbrenner was. Steinbrenner was like, here's the case in point. Back in 77 or 78, Thurman Munson wanted to go play for the Cleveland Indians. Then George, and to this day, I still partly blame George Steinbrenner for Thurman Munson's path, for what happened to Thurman Munson when he was killed in that plane crash. Because Steinbrenner wouldn't let him go. Because the thing is with Steinbrenner, he was like, I want this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, then you can have Munson. Now you got to remember, back in the day, George Steinbrenner was trying to buy many World Series rings as he could. And he did a couple times back in the 70s. I'll give you that. But until the 90s is when he really got out of control. But that's for another time, and I'm not going to address that any further. But as far as Bryce Harper going to the Yankees, that's not going to happen. The Yankees would have to sell the farm and give him almost all their prospects just to get Bryce Harper. And this is despite the fact that Aaron Judge is on the DL, Gary Sanchez is on the DL. So I do not see Bryce Harper going to New York. I really don't. If anywhere, I think the Cleveland Indians should go get him. I think the Indians should go for it because they can use another big bat. Yes, they're going to win the American League Central because they're the only team above 500. But my thing is, if the Indians get Bryce Harper, that's a major big bat. And they're going to need all the big bats when they have to compete with the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Astros. Because if they can get Bryce Harper, that could be the key for the Indians to get back to the World Series. Will that happen? Only time will tell that. But that's just my opinion this morning. And that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it on this day. All right, folks, I want to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to thank you guys for taking a few minutes with me here this morning. Also, just a reminder, Friday night, this Friday night at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be doing a special edition of Scott Manning YouTube Sports Talk Live. And this is going to be a special podcast. For all of you folks who love me, who watch my short videos, I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. I got Major League Baseball, college football. I'm already halfway done working on my show, but I just want to thank you guys for taking the time with me to watch these short videos. But this Friday night at 11 p.m., this is actually going to be a long podcast. I'm going to be talking about Major League Baseball, college football, the NFL, the NBA. And that's all there is to it. So please tell your friends and neighbors, and I'll be more than happy to see you Friday night at 11 o'clock p.m. Leave your questions, your comments during the show. I'll be more than happy to accept them. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time with me here this morning. You guys have a great day. This is Scott Manning saying, have a great day. Stay safe, stay smart. Goodbye, everybody, and God bless.